Hello, welcome to this week's Generation Iron podcast. Your host, Victor Martinez, along with Edwin Mejia and Vlad Yudin. Still, where is Esan?
Next week.
Next week we'll bring you Esan, and he's going to have a lot to say.
Nice shirt, Vic. I like that.
Check this out, guys. Please log in. Generation Iron. We got the apparel. We got the gear. Look at this.
That shirt, I have that same shirt.
I like this one.
It looks much better on Vic than it does on me.
I like this because it has a little pill stash right here on the side. Yeah, pill stash. They pat you down. Hopefully they won't find you.
Make sure you guys check out the GI apparel. It's on sale right now with a 30% discount going on in the store. Shop at generationine.com. Check it out. You'll see it up here come up real quick. But, we have a lot of great accessories. We have GI trucker hats now. We have GI t-shirts, signature tees that have been out and sell out really quick. And of course, for all of you guys that tend to comment and send questions, keep doing so because we're going to be giving away some merch.
That's
Absolutely.
right. And that's a real discount, 30%, not the why bother 10%.
Right.
All right. A real 30%. Take advantage of it.
All right, so today we have 2 questions of the day brought to us by Transparent Labs. Victor picked them, so...
Yeah, so these questions, Victor, you picked them, of course. And the first question comes to us from H. Medina, 629. Questions about coaching. How are there so many great coaches, but as athletes, they were bad?
Oof. Interesting question, actually.
Some of them weren't even athletes, But it's one of those things where you have a coach. He knows what you have to do. He knows what you need to do. He just didn't want to do it. One, because he wasn't athletically advanced as, most guys are. And also when it comes to bodybuilding, they weren't as genetically gifted, So that's one thing. But a coach can actually think better outside the box. Some of them can't really handle a diet. That's why, they give you the diet to suffer, get in shape, and they go home and eat their pizza and they eat in bed. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. I don't think very few coaches are in shape because, again, it takes a lot of work, especially when you have a workload of, let's say, 50 or 100 athletes, They just don't like doing it. And you as an athlete, you reap the benefits of his knowledge. So a lot of times, most of these coaches, even when it comes to basketball or anything like that, did they play the sport? Yes. Were they great at it? Most likely not. But when they're actually better at making the plays, they're actually better at writing out the program. So that's one of the things where people start making fun of coaches like, that person taught you, I seen it a lot. I see it all the time. No, I see it all the time. I seen the fitness coaches. Look at the fitness coaches. Now, the fitness coaches is crazy because fitness, you have to diet like a bodybuilder. You have to have a physique, like a physique girl. And then you have to tumble all over the place, And when you see the coaches, I'm telling you, they have a trucker beer belly. They've never done a backflip in their life or anything, but it's... they know how to put it together where it works, And right. A lot of that is because they've done it before. They've seen what works. They've seen what doesn't, and they put it into place. So,
how about some exceptions in bodybuilding? In his prime time, George Farah was a pro bodybuilder.
Yes.
Did he compete against you? I'm not sure, but he was competing against the top pros.
Yes, and a lot of the things George Farah puts into play is basically from his own very personal experience.
Exactly. Charles Glass was in great shape.
Charles Glass, again, this is an exception to the rules,
Right.
I know you guys see a lot of coaches because they're probably, well past their prime time.
Yeah, they're retired.
They're retired, and it's kind of hard to say, oh, you know what, I can't believe that guy coached you or that girl coached you. But in reality, they had their time, they had their time. You don't know what they're experiencing as far as injuries, anything like that. Does not go with the quick to judgment that they don't know. It's a big difference, So a lot of coaches do have the knowledge, they have the experience, and remember, a lot of them also give you what to do and what not to do based on their own personal experiences. So
that's a good question.
I know people get a little, upheaval when they, it's like, no, this is crazy, You just made, 5 Olympias or 3 Olympias and you never look like you worked out a day in your life. I mean, again, it's
I guess if you're a client and say you're regular, not Olympia level, but you say I come to the gym and I'm like looking for a coach, a trainer. You want that guy to be kind of in shape, no?
I mean,
or girl.
Well, it's different. You're in the pro level now. When you go to Crunch Fitness.
That's what I'm saying.
And you hire a coach
they better be
to train. Right? They better be in shape.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, don't come to me at 22, 23 years old. You're freaking looking like a barrel for a belly. And you're telling me what to do. I'm like, you need to put it to work on your own. You got online certified and now you're trying to work me out. You're trying to kill me. Give me one more. They're like, you do it. But it varies from professionalism to actually being a coach on the floor or a trainer. It's a big difference. I mean, you got to decipher both. It's a big difference, from each sport, from everybody who's done it. But usually the great coaches have, their victories to back them up. They have the results.
You ever go to the gym, Vic, like a public gym somewhere, and the coaches that work there look at you and they kind of feel like intimidated?
I mean, it happens all the time. I'm like, dude, I'm just here to work out, man. I'm not a trainer.
It's not a competition.
I come in peace, It's like, you see them kind of looking at you sideways. I'm like, damn. So
they're thinking that you're going to maybe take away their
No,
clients.
they make you feel like you don't fit just because of the first thing they say to their client is, yeah, he uses steroids.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, listen. Do you feel better? Because when they say that, I just hope they feel better. I don't mind, but do you feel better? Giving the 2-bit comment, but they get on the defensive. It does happen.
Right.
I know, it happens with girls all the time. When they go into the gym, they're doing their 5th glute workout of the week, and they look okay compared to the trainers that are in-house. That are not in shape.
Right.
A girl walks in, you're looking like a prime, like a freaking stallion. And they're like, yeah. First thing they do is, want to, basically degrade you and take away your
hard work.
Your hard work.
Yeah. Right
away is steroid. They must have had a BBL. They had surgery. Take it as a compliment.
Exactly.
Walk away. Don't argue it. They're having other issues.
But a great question from H Medina 629. And we have one more, right, Ed?
Yeah, we've got another question that Vic picked here from the same person, H Medina 629, and it says, Vic, I have a question. I have been prescribed tests at 100 milligrams a week, not for sex reasons, but more for physical reasons. How can I get the wife more interested in sex? We never had a problem, but as age, we've slowed down. I know it happens, but we were always like jackrabbits.
Okay, Victor's now an expert here.
Listen, man.
I guess they have something on Vic that they know. That's why they keep asking those questions.
It took me north and south. You're taking the test. It's not for, what is it? What he said? It's not for what?
Not for sex reasons.
Not for sex. It's for physical.
For working out, I guess.
Okay, that's fine. But then you take me on to your wife.
Right. Then he says it's for physical.
You're taking me south now, Now, I hope you're feeling good with the 100 milligrams. I don't think that's the answer, the question you're asking. But as far as making your wife more interested, it's like you have to start making yourself more interested, man.
Right.
That's it, bro. Make yourself interesting. And one of those things you have to do is go back to the beginning, man. Go back to where it all started, man. Let's go with that flirt, man. Let's go a little flirty, kind of, surprising her, out of nowhere. I don't know. I think you don't have any kids. You didn't mention any kids. If you have no kids, man, you really have no real excuse not to keep it interesting all the time. So, go, aside from date night, which is like obvious, date nights, but don't take her to the same place you took her, a long time ago. Take her somewhere new. What's happening? What's popping? Hotel lobbies. They're always perfect because you got the hotels right upstairs, man. You got the rooms. Keep it interesting. What really turns her on? I'm sure she tells you what turns her on. Maybe not looking at you in a Speedo. I don't know. But just find out what really turned her on. You have to dig deep in your subconscious and remember that time when you used to listen to her, Just go there, man. Go there. Don't go into a caveman. I remember Mr. Liptak. He was my health education class over at Brandeis High School. one of my third or fourth high school I went to. But
It's
the lip tack was in particular very special when it came to health class because he said one thing, you know, I don't go into the bedroom ready to please myself. My main objective is to please my partner. And my pleasure comes from her pleasure. You know, remember that?
Sex Talk 101 here, guys.
No, just go through that approach. And I'm telling you, you know, go for a fun night out. Enjoy your night, man.
Nothing more we can add to that, I think.
Hopefully that answers your question. Quick question.
Don't plan. Just do it.
I mean, the guy didn't mention that this was the first time he would take tests as well. So my question to you, Vic, there's a lot of questions that come in like, hey, should I try tests? Obviously, you should get your blood work done first. But there's also questions like, what do you think about HGH versus tests? Should I do HGH first for the first time or should I do tests first? What is your recommendation of that in the event that that person is, let's say, in their 40s or early 40s and has relatively normal to low tests? You know,
I would say test first.
Test first.
I would say test first. It's going to take a little while longer for your body to kind of have the half-life, you know, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. The test first. And plus, GH works on its own, but GH works better with the test. It's like a complement.
It's like a stack.
You know? Yes, it's a perfect stack, man. So most people that only use tests and they introduce that GH, remember that first time you get that feeling like, yo, what is this? And it's perfect. It's a perfect combination. Introduce, you know, you can start with as little as 2 IU, which I consider that a women's, amount. You know, technically a man should be in at least 3 to 4. You know, unless you're weighing 150 pounds,
3 to 4 what
is suitable.
3 to 4 what?
3 or 4 IUs. You know, at least to maintain. Guys would do it continuously for every day, weeks at a time. I believe you should let your body rest. Take it 5 days a week, you know, and cycle it. Just don't take it all year round, you know.
Even TRT, you got to cycle?
TRT is different because TRT is basically now
to bring it up to the level.
Yeah, you're trying to bring it up to the level. That's why you get the constant blood work to see where you are. So
and then match it to the point.
Yeah, and then take a little break. The breaks do help. Some people don't like coming off. They don't like the crash. When you're young, when you're in your 20s, please, I definitely promote time off. That's the best thing you can do for yourself until you hit that age of, 40, 50 plus when you have to stay on it all the time. But when you're younger, please, just try to, cycle on, cycle off and don't go, just staying on it all year round because eventually your natural test will never come back.
You need to take your muscles to the max! Whoa there, Turbo. Do you even know what's in that stuff? Oh, yeah. See, most protein powders are filled with artificial sweeteners, food dyes, and filler.
Really? I wouldn't put that stuff in my body.
Neither would I. Transparent Labs is made with just a handful of all-natural ingredients without any of the weird stuff. Transparent Labs. Protein without the weird stuff.
Since we're on the subject of TRT, let's get into this next topic. Phil Heath, he revealed that he's taken 200 milligrams per week of test. He stopped using the PEDs basically, and he's just doing, monitored TRT. And he revealed his physique. He looked amazing.
Yes, TRT Rex, T-Rex. Still, most people TRT is 80 milligrams. No, but I support this.
So 200 milligrams is a lot?
200. Again, for most people doctors that do prescribe TRT, they'll consider that a lot. But in reality, as a competitive bodybuilder, I think that should be your bare minimum. So
because he's used to a lot, probably more.
Yeah. Well, he used to taking 800, 1,000. So I think it's a good amount.
You said 800?
Yeah, I mean, when you're competing,
800 to 1,000,
you crack between like 7 to 1,000
per week.
Except for the ridiculous people that think more is better, that use 1,500. When reality, it doesn't really matter once you hit a certain amount. Wow. So 200 is like that perfect.
But he looked in great shape.
He's staying in shape. He's not fluctuating all over the place. You can tell, he's healthier, he's moving around more, and he's just hit a plateau where he's carrying that good weight, when in reality, people wished they looked like that at 200 mgs,
Yeah.
all year round.
Why do
But, you know,
bodybuilders take 1,000 milligrams per week? Is it because they need that hardness, density of the muscle? What is it? What does that 1,000 give you that 200
It's
can't
not
give
that.
you?
It's just they take
The
they
size?
take the 200. Why it worked. Then they crank it up to 4. Wow, this is even better. They take
They
it up
feel
to 6.
stronger.
You know, you're stronger, walking around high and mighty, you know, large and in charge, but in reality, you know.
Large and in charge. That should be a name for a show. Large and in charge.
You know, it's like a lot of these things. So then they see 600, you know, let's go up to 8, you know, but now you're going up to 8. Now you're looking at that's competitor amount.
Right.
That's you're doing 800, not just for the size of it, but also the recovery of it. You know, you're looking to, you're training 6 days a week. You want to recover. So they figure, hey, I felt that good with this amount. Let's take it up higher. And in reality, it doesn't matter after a certain amount. It's just not going to work.
It's the
You
same
can
thing.
say that, you can speak to a lot of coaches. They'll probably, you know, agree or, you know, agree to disagree. But in reality, it's just after a certain amount, it's just test. There's only so much your genetics can actually
Process.
utilize and process. Yeah. And, you know, this doesn't mean it's better.
Can you be a pro bodybuilder these days? Pro open bodybuilder at 200 milligrams per week test, you think? Or is it too low?
You can if you have great genetics. I mean, some guys, I think back in the earlier days, I don't think guys were taking more than probably 200 or 400. But
Really?
at 200, if you're training super hard, I think you can achieve a good amount of muscle where you can, you know, maybe not become a pro as quick as Sam Sulek, but it's, you know, it's going to be a good amount where you're going to look good and satisfied. Now, again, when you create that chase, you know, you're so unbelievable, you want to get to Ronnie, it's like, listen, man, you know, dash those dreams, man. It's not going to happen regardless how much of the kitchen sink you're taking. You know, it's just not going to happen. You know, 1, you don't have the genetics. 2, you're not really going to train that hard. You know, people love to watch it, but a lot of people are scared of that, man. You just can't do this. You got to have the freaking cojones to really get into the gym and push that kind of weight. And not enough DECA is going to get you that strong if you're
Can you overdose
genetically.
Can you overdose on testosterone?
Overdose?
Can you imagine taking that much testosterone per week that you just overdose on that?
Nah, I mean, you could take a lot of testosterone to a point where your blood is going to thicken up and your nuts become your tonsils, you know, because they'll start disappearing.
That's a good point. The blood gets so thick, right? From
Yes, yeah, so thick, you know, start getting blockage, you know, depending on your,
blood
health
clot.
history.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of things can go wrong because now you're taking this amount. And usually a lot of times when I see people taking this much, they're not putting the work in the gym. I'm like, you know, hey, I took 1,000. What's your schedule? They show me a 3-time-a-week schedule. I'm like, what are you doing?
3 days of gym, that's it?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Wow.
you know what? You're going to take the drug. It's got to kind of come out of the workout. It's just
It
kind
has
of,
to, right?
come on, man. You know, you're moonlighting at the gym, you know, kind of just strolling through it, you know, take 1 cc a week, you know, just enough to keep your system going, enough to get a few workouts in.
I have a question. If you take a lot of testosterone, right, can you go to the gym, don't work that hard, but still get huge, jacked?
I mean,
With that hard workout?
You cannot take tests and just expect to get huge without actually stimulating the muscle.
Like
to
you
a
still work
point.
out, but just not as crazy. you know?
Yeah, but remember, you have to tear that muscle. You really have to put in the work,
For
the
it to grow,
execution of the exercise in order to grow. That's why guys say, well, I took 800, I didn't get that big. Well, you didn't train that hard either.
Right. It still comes down to
the execution. Write me a workout. It's not going to work unless I see how you execute the workout. Anybody can follow Arnold's, encyclopedia. You're not going to look like Arnold.
Oh, speaking of Arnold, so last week after the Arnold, he made a comment. He said that, I guess he was talking about men's physique division. He's saying that those shorts they're wearing is bogus.
Yeah.
Kind of throwing shade. He was basically saying they should wear trunks to show the legs, the leg muscle. Because a lot of those guys do train legs, right? What do you think of that comment that he made?
Love Arnold, respect Arnold, but I'm not going against this, physique cult, man. I'm not.
Cult.
You know what it is.
Cult?
Everybody has, physique, even though we're in the same industry, physique, bodybuilding, women's bodybuilding, CrossFit. We all do the same thing, but you all side with yours a little bit more.
Right.
And you don't want to identify with bodybuilding at the end of the day. It's like we all do the same thing.
But I think Arnold is saying we want to see their legs because
I know what he's saying. I respect his opinion. I had my opinion once for physique, and
do you want to see physique legs, basically?
I got blasted, bro. Let's see. What did he say, actually? What did he say?
He said that wearing shorts at the competition is bogus. The board shorts, you know?
What's this with the shorts? I don't understand. It basically started where a few guys in the beach had, upper body. They had nice abs, good shoulders, and a nice pair, of pecs. And and it just kind of evolved into that beach body.
It's a sport.
The bikini version of bodybuilding, which is physique.
Right. But they do train legs. That's what I'm saying.
No, of course. I mean, most physique guys can easily evolve into classic physique.
Eventually.
I mean, me personally, do I like training physique guys? It's not my thing.
But would it be your thing if you can see their legs on stage?
I mean, I like to train them as if, which they are, which is bodybuilding.
Right.
So I prep them.
The same thing.
I prep them like that,
Posing is different.
Except you're just going to have shorts. Right. You're going to have long shorts, but I think some of them do highlight their shorts.
They make it tighter, I think, right?
Yeah, make it either tighter and shorter.
Right.
Some of them have great legs.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think physique was loved mostly by, let's say, guys in India because it's kind of hard for them to build up legs, certain guys that couldn't bring up legs, it was godsend, this category.
The shorts.
just like
the shorts.
Just like in the Dominican Republic.
Sure, man. I seen shorts all the way down to the calves in physique, and I think the guys actually started making them shorter and a little bit more fit. I think that was more of okay, you know what? This is cool.
Like Brendan Hendrickson, for example.
Brendan Henderson, Jeremy Buendia, they did the spin-off, and I think a few other guys, but I think it's perfect that you guys should just train your overall body. I know, they don't judge legs. We should train legs. You're going to see it's going to actually do you more good than not to actually train your overall body because, believe it or not, it actually helps your upper body grow as well.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a Johnny Bravo physique competitor. Somebody might push you, man. You'll topple over.
Well, this week I know we had a lot of not controversy, but there was a big announcement and really sad news that came out about this power lifter that died in the gym training. I guess the barbell leg fell over her head.
Yes, she's 17. She was 17 years old, powerlifter Yashtika Acharya, and she died in the gym while attempting a heavy squat. The bar fell on her actually and instantly killed her, I guess.
Man, I saw this, man, and
it's very sad.
You cannot see it, but you see this because one of the things is she's 17. So where is her father?
Yeah.
Well, her parents, and that is right there the prime example of negligence. That right there, if that coach owned that gym or he's take everything from him. Because that's negligence right there.
She was like attempting a PR.
I understand, but look, you're doing a PR. First of all, she's not in the cage.
First of all, locked in.
She's not in a cage at all. The bar is going to fall. It's going to go down. That's it. Nowhere else to go, no bars, no railings, nothing. The two guys are not on the side, to stop the bar from going down. There's a lot of things that just went wrong. And also, she's doing it on a platform, on an elevated, mat, which looked about 2 inches, if I'm correct, off the ground. And that's where she twisted her ankle.
A lot of red flags.
Everything was just wrong. I mean, before I even saw the actual video finish, I said, this looks all wrong. All of it. So if these guys didn't see it, I saw it. And I think this guy should never train anybody ever again, online, offline, in the moon, anywhere in this earth. You know
what's crazy? I see so many different gym fail videos online when bars fall off people's heads and And then this instance, a person dies. You know what I mean?
It's bad. It's bad. And I think more are dying this way because they join a gym, they have a membership for a couple of months, and then they want to do PR. What does PR mean? Nothing at all. It means nothing. It means nothing, because the only one that knows is either you or the 20 people that are following you. PRs don't mean nothing. I know you want to go high and mighty. Maybe you wear a t-shirt saying how much you PR'd. I mean, finally, some people might give you a handshake or a pat, but it means nothing because at the end of the day, you have to practice safety. You got to have the knowledge and do those lifts. Are you doing anything with it? Are you powerlifting? Is it just for the gram? Good luck, and start getting good health insurance, And in this case, life insurance, because this is horrible, man. This is something that could have been avoided 1,000%.
Have you ever attempted a very heavy lift that you regretted? I know you're very cautious when it comes to the gym training. But have you ever, when you were younger, attempted something and you're like, why did I do that? Like Ronnie Coleman when he was benching the 800 pounds and all that.
Just when I did my first leg press, this guy just said, just do it, and no explanation of
leg
nothing.
Press?
A homemade leg press.
A homemade leg press?
Yeah, it was a wooden platform.
Oh my God. When you like this?
Homemade leg press. It was in Elmo's gym, and it had a busted ball bearing. So basically, once you go down,
there's
to
no
go
protection.
up, you're going to have a stoppage and then a go.
Oh, wow.
So it was down, stoppage, and a go. Wow. So in one of them, on the leg press, and I always have to emphasize this, on the leg press, people think deep, deep squat on the bucket. In reality, the leg press, you don't have to go that deep. Once your butt comes off that seat, that's your, spinal cord there.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. It's not good. So I'm thinking deep, go down. He had I think 4 or 5 plates, but at that time in the homemade one, it was 4 or 5 plates, felt like 8 plates, and that thing just came down and my knee just kind of, it just folded. And I remember I couldn't walk for almost a month and a half, 2 months.
Oh my God.
And I figured, man, I just started bodybuilding. I'm not going to compete. And I remember I was just feeling bad. The only good thing was I was only 19. I recovered and I vowed to never do this stupidness again. So, I did the powerlifting. I did, from a couple of years, but nothing where I was going to break my back.
Were you doing lunges?
Yes. I did those parking lot lunges after seeing Ronnie. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing? So a few things you kind of just do just because. Right. And, the 180 dumbbells, I'm like, what am I doing? I don't need that crap.
Is Ronnie, till this day, still the only bodybuilder you've seen attempt doing these crazy lifts that you know of?
I mean, yeah, but him doing it saved a lot of lives.
Right.
He saved a lot of lives, a lot of spinal cords, and
because people don't want to repeat
that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. And
nobody wants to lift heavy weights.
Nah. At the end of the day, it's like, he did that, and they look at Ronnie, again, they don't want to experience anything close to what he achieved, because they won't be able to handle it, So those days of the heavy lifts and the crazy, Ronnie Coleman, Johnny Jackson, heavy lifts, those things are going to be gone.
Johnny Jackson, he's also.
Yeah, those things are gone, man.
Well, you have guys now like Julius Maddox, which we all know, the power lifter.
He's a power lifter, though.
He's attempting to break the world record again for the chest press.
He's a power lifter, though.
I think he's
You're talking about strong bodybuilders.
It's close to 900 pounds. I don't remember the exact number, but it's crazy.
That is insane, man.
That's too much.
That is insane. But no, I lifted always. If I needed a spot, most of the time I would never do it. If I needed a spot.
If you need a spot, right?
If I need a spot, if I need a spot, I'm not going to do it. No. I always could do about maybe 5 to 6 reps, It's fine, If I felt a slight pinch on my quad and I'm doing maybe 6 plates before, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that, Right. And I would just stay down and stay with 4 plates. Could I have done 5? Yes, but I refuse.
It's dangerous.
I refuse. I'd rather give myself, a good 8 to 10 reps, and sometimes I think with the 4, with Oscar, I think we were doing about 20 reps,
Oscar training with you?
Yeah, we do about 20. We'll do the 10 sets of squats. We'll do all those things. But
Oscar used to train Kai, right? That one?
yeah.
Where is he right now? What happened?
Oh, Oscar, oh man, that's another story for next time.
Vic, one more thing we want to talk about today is zinc. Is it an important vitamin, supplement to take? Mark
Very
Wahlberg
good.
takes it every single day.
Mark Wahlberg, I mean, many athletes, it's great.
What is zinc good for? Is it immunity system?
Immunity, I mean, not from jail, but from getting sick.
So it's a good vitamin. And do you recommend? Do you take that every day? Do you take that every day, Vic?
You can take it every day. Again, your libido, your skin, I mean, health. I mean, so many health benefits. Obviously, only people that can't take it, I think if you're pregnant, that's about it. You know, you don't want to have no baby having too much zinc. But I think also helps you ejaculate more. You know, for the guy who answered his question,
Is that what? Is that
when
what
you
Mark
go
Wahlberg-
out? Yeah, when you go out with your wife, take a little zinc. You know, OD on it. I mean, number of things that actually health benefits. If you notice, most of the multivitamins do have the zinc in it.
Right.
If you take just a little bit more, you're gonna have a nice little, spin of a good athleticism there. Building muscle. Especially in the winters here, California. He lives in California, Mark Wahlberg. But here in these cold states, zinc is perfect.
There you go.
You combine it with some good vitamin C, so you should avoid not being sick on winter. You know what? It's good. Knock on wood, I haven't been sick, and I do take those two things definitely in my supplementation regimen, and I mean, I recommend it.
Nice. All right, guys. So please submit your questions for Victor in the comments below, and stay tuned.
Yeah,
Yes.
keep submitting those questions. Make sure you guys continue to like, subscribe, comment on the Generation Iron podcast for Vic, and get your chance to not only be selected by Vic, but also get your chance to win a Generation Iron apparel, merch on Generation Iron store. And obviously, check out Transparent Labs. They have great zinc for zinc. They have great multivitamins and
There
great
you
products
go.
and protein as well.
Even better. So, thank you, Transparent. Guys, remember these things are going to go fast. Great, nice and fitted shirts. I mean, all crazy looking. And, keep those questions coming, please. And remember, follow us, like, comment, the newbies. Appreciate you guys. The loyalists. Love you guys. Until next time, Generation Iron. Remember, you want to see any of our prior podcasts? Tune into iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you stream your podcasts.